Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Couch of the Dead. We went to the theaters and saw the brand new horror movie Psycho Killer. Stay tuned after this to hear what we thought about it because our opinion matters more than anybody else.
Pa, 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 pa. Hi, I'm Vanessa.
And I'm Matt.
We are two die-hard horror movie fans who want to share our love of spooky cinema with you.
So please, if you dare, join us on the Couch of the Dead. All right, and we
are back.
So before we get started, what is the creepy cocktail of the night?
Ooh, do I get a new one? And I have I don't know what to call it. It's a blue drink. I had it at Olive Garden.
It's called the Blue Hole.
I had it at Olive
Some
Garden.
people would say it's better than busting a nut.
Welcome to Patty's Pub. I like to recommend to our first-timers our signature cocktail, Caribbean Paradise. Some people say it's better than busting a nut.
It has coconut rum. So I am using Parabay coconut rum and blue curacao. I think that's how you say it.
That's how you said it.
And pineapple juice. So it's pretty and it's blue. You can't really see it from over there, but
Did she mention it's blue?
it's blue. It's so cute.
And I am drinking some chocolate peanut butter vodka. Stuff's really good. Ballatini.
Okay.
Cheers.
And before we continue, if this is your first time with us, welcome. And if you are a current listener, welcome back. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that we can continue to put out content just like this. Please help us build our subscribers list. And I promise you that we will continue being us.
Well, and we're not doing this for money right now, anyway.
Yeah.
Hint, hint. We are just doing it because we are genuine lovers of horror movies, and we want to get it out there for you guys to help you decide if you want to spend your hard-earned money, especially at the theaters, to go see a new movie, or if you want to wait till it comes to streaming and you can see it for a little cheaper.
Yeah, fun story. I didn't tell you this before, but I was talking to my mom, and she was asking my brother if he was watching Couch of the Dead, and he said yeah, but that especially me, I shouldn't be laughing or something like that when people get their
When I make hilarious jokes.
when people get their heads cut off because that's very morbid, and I'm like,
That's why
it's-
we watch horror movies,
I mean, yeah.
to see people get decapitated.
Of course. It's fun. It's not morbid. It's just we are
Spoiler alert, people don't really get their heads cut off. So, before we get into this one, let's introduce our cast of characters.
yeah.
In the back here, we have
Sure.
Art
Nosferatu.
and his buddy Nosferatu back here. They like to just hang out in the back. They're always, Nosferatu always has RBF, and Art's always happy. So they don't get along sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you'll see that one of them disappears. It's because the other one took him out.
Yeah, they're always trying to murder each other. And here we have Necro Kitty, our OG. We have a skull of a vanquished enemy because behind our new cast member is another one, and our new cast member, Luciba. Luciba, if you can't
She's very unstable.
see on YouTube, if you're listening, is our big red pentagrammed four-headed goat. Who
It's
is
not the devil.
new to the podcast. No, it's just where the devil gets his goat's milk.
But because she's so unstable, she won't stand on her own.
So she's propped up on a skull.
Yeah.
So anyway,
If you're not watching us on YouTube, what are you waiting for? Because, you know,
you could just hear us, but it's not the same, you know.
No.
It's just not the same.
no.
So anyway, Psycho Killer.
Psycho killer.
So
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
movie is starring Georgina Campbell.
Which you might recall, she was in Barbarian.
She was in Lovely, Dark, and Deep. We've
Ooh.
seen that, yeah.
Yeah, that
Yep,
was
yep.
the one in the.
Yep.
She was like.
Yeah, we like her.
She is really good. She's a really great actress.
She stars as Jane, our main protagonist in this movie, and then we also have James Preston Rogers as our nameless psycho killer. Well, nameless for right now.
Okay.
And also too, Malcolm McDowell, who's been in just about everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
He's that old anyway.
Clockwork Orange from way back in the day.
Jesus, yeah.
But some of the new Rob Zombie Halloween movies. You know, Malcolm McDowell's been in, been in everything.
Everybody else is pretty not.
Well, there's
relevant.
there's two main characters to this,
Yeah.
basically, and also as of note, this was directed by Gavin Polone. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Sure.
Or Poloni.
Poloni.
My Poloni has a first name. It's Gavin. And another, we usually don't say who wrote the movies, but it is worthy of mentioning. This movie is written by Andrew Kevin Walker, who wrote Seven. Also, too, when I was looking him up, he wrote one of my guilty pleasure horror movies, 1994's Brain Scan.
Ooh.
Yeah, he actually wrote.
That's a fun one.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
fun. I mean, it's pretty dated and kind of cheesy, and it
fun
sucks a little
fact-
bit, but it's a guilty pleasure of mine.
Fun fact: he is from Pennsylvania. Yeah, Altoona, to be exact.
Oh my God, he's from where we're from, like Pennsylvania. So, my quick thoughts on this movie are.
Without spoilers.
I did fall into a little bit of the trap of the trailer hype because it said from the people who brought you Seven and Long Legs and all this stuff. So I had a certain expectation for this movie, and
Yeah, it's our fault.
it did
It's our fault.
kind of start out that way.
It had a great start.
And it kind of morphed a little bit. And
it went a few different ways.
So basically, and we'll get into spoilers, but the plot synopsis is yes, she is on the trail of a satanic serial killer, our Jane. And I think this movie would have been better served if it took place in the 80s. We kind of had a debate on when this movie actually took place. We think it was maybe 2007, 2008, around there, judging by the technology.
Yeah.
Um,
and the lack thereof.
Yeah, and I think the movie would have worked a little bit better if it would have taken place in the 80s during the Satanic Panic kind of era. But
it had to have happened after certain event that happened in Pennsylvania. If you remember, I don't want to say it out loud yet.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah,
remember.
and that's something you should pull up.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you should pull that up a while.
I will. Yes.
Boss. Overall, I wasn't disappointed. I left the theater feeling a little which I don't know is maybe worse than like wow, that movie sucked. I don't know. I left feeling a little flat. I think the movie was,
and we'll get into details.
Yeah, we will
later.
It was a little surface level, a little shallow. It didn't really develop a lot of stuff. Um, it just kind of told the story and didn't really dig too much deep. Like, I actually think this movie could have done more if it was a little longer and dug into some more character development. But it was fun. Um, I mean, it wasn't so fun that I was like, wow, it stank, but it was fun, so it was still really a cool movie. You know, I think it was just kind of eh. But anyway,
Anyway,
it definitely had its moments. It definitely had some really cool moments,
absolutely.
some really good kills.
Yes, worth mentioning, and we will. Right now, obviously, this movie is in the theaters. So towards the end, when we do our individual ratings, and we'll come to a conclusion, and
Rate,
we'll tell
rate,
you
rate.
we'll
Oh,
tell you
five-star
if
man.
you should waste your money or wait until it comes to stream. And
Well, now you just kind of gave it away if you said we're going to tell you whether or not you should waste your money.
anyway,
Hey, seeing a
after
bad
our
movie in the theaters to me isn't always necessarily a waste because I do enjoy the theater experience.
yeah, he loves movie.
Give me
theater
movie theater popcorn and a gallon of that synthetic butter. Oh my god.
After the ratings, stay a while because we're gonna play another round of horror movie three trivia. Trivia.
I thought you were going to say horror movie three-way for a second. I'm like, ooh.
That sounds interesting.
Well, it depends on who it is.
Like
That female Cenobite from, like, she gone.
Anyway, I don't know if I should keep that, but we'll see. No, but so yeah, we'll do some horror movie trivia, and this time he's gonna answer.
Yep. So I think without further ado,
Idea.
I've been taking French lessons. We are going to spoil this movie for you. We're not going to do a blow-by-blow account. I think we're going to try and go through it a little quicker this time. But we're going to give you the main points, and we are going to spoil this bitch. Okay.
Okay.
So Psycho Killer. Okay.
Guess.
So the beginning of this movie really gave me an expectation. It was dark, it was gritty. It was what I thought the rest of the movie was going to be, which unfortunately I don't think it was. But we start out we just see a car speeding down this lonely road. And the first thing I thought is it's somewhere in the Midwest because I haven't seen a hill yet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And we just see somebody with long hair, sunglasses behind the wheel. I think it's a Mustang. I think I mentioned it was a Mustang. But this car's flying. Well, actually, it's flying, but it made a point to show us the speedometer and show that he's doing 60.
Yeah, that's right.
So he goes past a cop, and the cop pulls out, but really doesn't turn on his lights. No. The guy puts on his blinkers, pulls over to the side of the road, and the cop pulls over behind him. Mm-hmm. Now, if the guy's not doing anything, the cop just should have kept going. But he made he made the mistake of pulling up behind him, and he's kind of like, "Hey, buddy, what you got going
like,
here? Why'd you pull over? Is everything okay?" And he does notice like bags and bags of drugs, many drugs in the back seat,
like prescription,
like obviously
drugs.
Like a more than normal amount, of prescription drugs in the back seat. Mm-hmm. So he eventually is going to bring this guy in,
and he's being very cautious. He's not like jumping the guns. He's just asking questions and
asking for his license and his registration.
In the meantime, he does say, "Hey, I will have to look for it." First of all, that voice threw me off. The voice of this main guy, let's call him the Psycho Killer for now.
Well, that's who he is.
His voice is not.
It's
It's
unnecessarily deep and
unnecessary.
menacing.
Yes, like almost was he using a voice changing device?
Yeah, it was almost over the top, but
It
I think
was.
it was supposed to be.
But
Um,
anyway, he's gonna look for it,
yeah,
his information.
and
So in the meantime,
yep,
we see another
yeah,
cop car, and it's she pulls over on the other side of the highway, and it's just like a one, you know, road highway. It's not like one of those 3 4 car lane highways. But anyway, she pulls over on the other side, and just so happens it's the wife of the
yeah.
cop. So they're
We're
both.
well, we're introduced to Jane,
Mm-hmm.
and the way you know they're married is because they're talking to each other on their radios from across the street, and he's like, "Go home, make me a meatloaf, woman."
Mm-hmm.
He kind of said that like as a joke, you know.
Yeah, it was kind of funny.
Yeah, and she's like, "Love you," and he's like, "Love you." So
Yeah.
you get this, and she just has a bad feeling about this.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "They need my help," and he goes, "No, no, no,
No,
I'm
I
good.
got
I got
this."
this. I'm gonna take this guy in on drug charges. Something's going on here." And she's like, "Okay." So she starts driving down the road, and just her intuition kicks in,
Mm-hmm.
and she turns around and pulls up behind her husband's car, and she witnesses.
Well, she's calling backup already,
Yeah.
just in case. But that's when she kind of witnesses, as she's calling for backup, that her husband gets pulled into the driver's seat and gets shot right in the neck.
And that scene was very like Seven, Long Legs.
Yes.
Kind of very abrupt, jarring, like it was really.
It was very visceral.
Yeah.
And
And I'm like, okay, cool. Like we're going somewhere now.
Right. Yeah.
And
You're like, oh crap.
he speeds away, and he bleeds out and dies on the side of the road.
Yep.
So now
They don't
we've.
beat about the around the bush on this.
No.
They don't even show the funeral or anything. They just
Nope.
basically.
Sounds of the city. Racing down the street on their lawnmowers. So while this is all going on, we are the intro to the movie, as they're running the opening credits, is showing like newspaper clippings and stuff like that, that there's this serial killer, this satanic serial killer on the loose. He's going from state to state to state
Through the highway, and they call
Yep.
him the highway.
Well, they call him a satanic slasher.
Yeah, but they also call him the highway killer or something.
Yeah. And so we know in the opening of this movie that this guy that's in this car, this is the
This is
satanic
it.
slasher.
This is him.
You know.
Yeah.
So basically now Jane decides that she is going to take a little bit of a leave of absence, and she's going to
Basically
take it on her own, take it upon herself. That was the word I was looking for. Take it upon herself to go and help try and catch this killer. And so she packs up her stuff and she goes to the FBI. And the FBI kind of is like,
Oh, he was such a douche.
We got this. And the guy was a real douchebag
Like,
to
did you
the
call-
one female
Yeah.
agent in particular, because he's like, okay, I need the records on this guy and the records
This
on
guy.
that guy. And he turns to him and is like, I need a sandwich. He said
Yeah.
a salad, but sandwich.
Yeah. He was definitely a douche.
And we know that this killer, he's stealing some cars. He's making his way across the country.
And
He's
this
staying.
guy's
he's
a big deal.
Yeah, he's staying in motels, and he's fucking jacked.
Yeah, like when does he have time to do all that?
She's like, when does he have time to work out? Like, the first thing I saw was like, oh my god, I'd kill for that dude's physique. Like, what's he on?
You kill.
Yeah, like, holy balls, this dude was yoked.
One thing worth noting here is that she is a patrol woman, right?
Yeah, highway patrol, basically.
So she's I think, and I think that's why when she went to the FBI, the guy was kind of like a jerk to her because
Yeah, she was a state trooper, but yeah, I think he kind of looked down
yeah, like
upon her.
she's not an like a agent or a detective or anything like that.
She's not a federal
Yeah,
booby inspector.
it's ridiculous. But she's like, whatever. She even said, I only want to shadow you. I just want to, look over your shoulder to fill in the gaps because she wants to take this guy down. Like, luckily, the female agent that was with the douchebag FBI dude, she ended up contacting Jane and they go out for drinks and she gives her a lot of very, very good leads that they have already.
Yeah, she's giving him or she's
Her.
giving her a lot of intel and like this is the history we have, this is what we think.
And at this point, we are introduced to.
We find out that there was years prior a killer named Richard Joshua Reeves. And this guy took 13 people hostage in a church, killed them all.
In Harrisburg.
Yep. We're like, woohoo, Harrisburg. And he went to prison, obviously. And the story you're given is that he was killed attacking a guard in prison. And that this guy may be a copycat.
Like a copycat, yeah.
You know.
But there were every now and then you would
well,
they
this
had
is
like
go
either
ahead.
clippings, news clippings, or even on the radio, and they would talk about the case, and there was some speculation a couple of times of things that might have happened, and rumors and conspiracy theories.
Yeah, well, they're kind of like scrolling through the radio stations, and one of them is like the government's taking these inmates and doing this and doing that, and you kind of gloss over it a little bit.
But they go over a couple of times. They say kind of the same thing. So
yeah, but
you're like,
They kind of just throw this in as an aside of, like, oh, he may be a copycat of this guy. And they don't really give you any reason why you would think he is, other than there were satanic themes.
Yes.
But there's a lot of satanic serial killers.
Because another thing is that they were saying that the guy that did that, the Richard Reeves, whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
Richard Joshua Reeves, that was a mass murder thing that happened, and this guy is doing like as he's going through the different states.
He's more of a serial killer
and leaving at each scene the dismemberment parts of the victims, and also heavily with
writing all the symbolism in the victim's blood,
666 and pentagrams and
all that cool stuff.
All that.
And we do notice throughout this movie that he has a tattoo on his hand of the symbol for like radioactive kind of thing, like the three triangles,
but they're not connected.
No.
So they're like three random triangles on one hand, and then in the other hand, which he had like a bandage, so they never really explained that. So he had like something written. I don't know what he had written there, but anyway, not important.
No mercy.
No mercy.
He had a tattoo that said "No mercy" on his other hand.
So moving on.
So she's kind of now putting some of the clues together because she's kind of on her own in this. And she finds out he's been staying at hotels.
Mm-hmm.
And
she has no internet.
No.
Footprint.
No presence or anything like that. And she's kind of tracing his route and figuring out where he's going to go.
And somehow she's getting everything pretty on the spot.
Well, and of all the hotels that she could be at, she ends up at the correct hotel.
Well, they did show her going through several hotels.
Yeah, but
well, we don't want to gloss over some of the deaths, some of the killings, because the second killing that he does, he stopped at a pharmacy after the
Well,
motel,
yeah.
and he stalks this woman that just went in
Yeah.
to a pharmacy to work, and then he goes into the car,
He breaks into her
breaks
car.
into the car, and then waits for her to come off work.
Always check your back seat.
That's one of the rules.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you don't see that kill. But then,
No, I guess not.
yeah. But then the other one is on the side of the road,
Oh yeah, that's right.
and this dude's changing a tire, and he just on a country road, and he just decides to get out and whack him in the face with a sledgehammer. You don't see that one either.
Well, you kind of see some of the blood splatter that
A lot
comes
of blood
out.
splatter.
Yeah, definitely love.
So his girl gets out of the car and starts running. And this was a cool one because she's flagging down an 18-wheeler that's coming the other way. And this guy's like, ah, shit. And he hits the brakes, flips the 18-wheeler, and just runs over and just grinds her into the road. Now, you don't see it. It's the implication. It's the implication. There's a lot of implication in a horror movie. And then it just explodes.
Yeah.
This tanker truck explodes.
Yeah.
And,
the thing
and he just turns, Psycho Killer just turns and walks
around.
away. He's like, cool.
The thing about him is he's kind of like a slasher, in a way that he walks like Michael Myers.
Well, the biggest thing I can think is if you've ever seen some of the Rob Zombie Halloween movies, he reminds me of Michael Myers from those movies, like just this big, menacing, hulking dude. But instead of wearing a William Shatner mask, he wears it kind of looks like a gas mask.
Yeah. However, it doesn't have like
doesn't have the cartridges on the side and stuff like that.
No, but he has like, which how can he freaking see? But he has like the goggle thing, and you can see it's very dirty. But sorry, that's just.
She's worried about, oh my God, his eye holes, they're so dirty.
Anyway,
so
yeah.
She tracks him down to a hotel. Because she's asking the guy at the desk about the registry, and he's like, oh, we have one person here who came in alone, and his name was Reeves. And she's like, well, it's got to be him.
That's him.
So,
and instead of waiting for backup, the guy's dangerous.
Yeah, that was like one of my things is she decides to go after this guy by herself.
She did tell the guy at the front desk to call the cops.
Yeah, but she's there. She's armed, obviously. She knows what room she's in. She just could have stayed out. Yeah, could have stayed outside of the room and just waited for the dude to come out, and they could have arrested him right there.
But instead,
movie over. She decides to go in.
Yeah,
and she clears everything but the fucking closet.
Yeah, way to go.
Yeah.
They have a good
as
fight.
Of note, when this guy goes to hotels, he sleeps in the closet.
Yes. Hugging his gunshot.
Hugging his sawed-off shotgun.
So, they have a good fight. She's kicking his ass, even though she's.
Well, she gets a couple of shots in,
does.
But he's just, and you can tell. I don't know. Again, big plot hole for me. He knows she's a cop. He obviously knows she tracked him down. He throws her through the window of the hotel, jumps out the back window in the bathroom, and makes his escape. Just kill her. Just kill her.
I mean,
this is the only person that has tracked you down to this point, and you let her live. Just freaking kill her like he was throwing her around the hotel room. Just kill her.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Then again, that's my solution to everything. Just kill it.
In the meantime, we did see him, and this is one of the reasons we were like, wait, what year is this? We see him in a phone booth, and he is putting in an ad to the...
In the classifieds.
In the classifieds, yes. And it was a very ominous message, but it gets replied in another classified ad, and somehow she deciphers it.
So that goes back to that reminded me a lot if you've ever seen Red Dragon, where Anthony Hopkins, his Hannibal Lecter character, is communicating with the killer through the classified ads.
Yes.
So they're communicating through the classified ads because he's looking for believers, like-minded people, and he finds this one guy who he thinks can give him some answers and some information about a person he's looking for that can do a certain thing. And that's basically what he says. He's like, I'm looking for somebody who can do something that I want him to do. Basically.
Wow, you sound just like him.
Yeah, I know, right? And it leads him to basically like a mansion.
Like a mansion.
Of a guy who is a Satanist.
Like a big Satanist, yeah.
Yeah.
And he has his own little
He made his money
following.
in groceries.
Groceries.
Yeah. And he's got his own little mini cult following. And this is Malcolm McDowell, who plays this character really well, and you can tell he's kind of like a poser. Like, he's not really a Satanist. They just like to do drop acid and have orgies, basically.
Yeah.
Which, again, I mean, hey, whatever,
Whatever floats your boat. But he is welcomed, and did we gloss over the part where he goes to the church? That was wild.
Well,
yeah, because he does that before he goes to the mansion.
Yeah, and you gloss over it because it's really got no bearing on the plot at all.
Out of left field, like
he just walks into a church. Our psycho killer.
Whoop,
makes a left, and
goes inside of the confession
because go fast, turn left, and yeah.
And the priest there, he's kind of annoyed. There is some conversation which leads me to believe that there might be a sequel to this movie where we get the backstory of this character.
Well, we don't get much of a backstory.
Well, he does talk about he was brought up in the church or something like that, and that he was mentored by a priest or something.
Yeah, that had made him the man he is now.
Today. Which could
I'm thinking he was diddled. Like,
yeah.
Like, don't diddle kids. We don't diddle kids.
We gotta definitely write a song about how we do not diddle kids. Do not diddle kids. It's no good diddling kids.
Yeah.
Every one of my references is from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
We definitely don't diddle kids. But yeah, he takes from his side of the booth, shoves this metal tube, just boom, right into the priest's neck, and then just starts gulping the blood from the other end of the tube. And I was like, that is a really cool kill. Like, of all the cool kills in all the cool movies, like, they did some original with that.
It was.
Like, that was a really
original.
cool kill.
But it was out of left field. Like, what are you doing? Like, what does this have to do with the character? And is
really
this going...
Maybe he just
But is this going...
was thirsty.
But is this going to be turned into that kind of a movie? But it doesn't. It just doesn't go anywhere. And that really pissed me off.
And in the meantime, I swear, like... There were some really cool shots in this movie. The cinematography in this movie was really good, but I swear it kind of changed styles from like the intro, which was like very dirty and gritty, to now. Yes. I made the comment of we're almost in a graphic novel now. The way it was shot.
Yeah, it doesn't, and I will leave that for my rating. My score. So we'll just move on. But
he's at the mansion now with the Satanists.
And I did notice that he didn't eat, and we never saw him eating, other than the blood.
Well, he's got to be getting his protein in because he's fucking jacked. Anyway.
Protein, bro.
Yeah, brah.
Bra.
Protein, brah. Say it right. He's got to be getting his creatine from somewhere. That's probably why he broke into the pharmacy to get creatine. And so when he gets to the gates of the mansion, we meet this
Dork looking.
I think that's Marvin.
Yeah.
Played by Logan Miller, and he's kind of like this dorky, kind of quirky, unsure of himself guy who's part of this big satanic cult. And
I think he's just happy to be involved or be part of
yeah,
something.
he's like
anything.
Yeah, I just want to be included.
Yeah, you can tell he was a big poser.
He brings our psycho killer into the mansion, and the whole reason for the psycho killer to go there was because he needs information about somebody, and he thinks that Malcolm McDowell's character can get him this information. But all we see them do is Roddy McDowell says some corny lines. It's supposed to be corny. And then it's, "Hail Satan," you know.
And everybody else is like,
Yeah,
"Hail
could it be Satan? And
do drugs and
Yep.
yeah.
So most of the interactions in the mansion scene are kind of just whatever. They're either
Okay.
here or there.
Yeah.
But he gets the information he needs
From Marvin.
from Marvin. Marvin's like, yeah, he has a detective they use for stuff. He gets the information he needs, and he's gonna leave the psycho killer, but not before he goes back and takes a gas can and walks in, and right before this they all dropped acid
Yep.
and started to get naked, and they're gonna have an orgy.
They're all having a big, huge orgy.
And while they're having this orgy, psycho killer comes in with an axe. And this was the cool, like, graphic novel-y kind of thing, because when he swings his axe
like
and
a
hits something,
slow-mo, and you see
slow,
the splatter, blood splatter slowly
yeah,
going around.
like that was a really cool scene.
Yes.
And he throws the
gas
can in the
in
fireplace, and boom.
Mm-hmm.
But while he's leaving, he looks out the one window on the second floor and notices a gleam, like a flash of light.
And you know what that means.
So he takes his gun or his axe and
Takes his
puts his
mask
mask off, puts it on, because he puts the mask on whenever he's going to kill somebody. He takes it off and holds it up
By the window.
to the window, and boom, a bullet goes through it. And there's
So
our
he
girl.
knows.
There's our girl Jane in the woods with a sniper rifle, and so
He knows what's waiting out there for her.
now,
for him.
if he would have killed her at the hotel,
Right.
he wouldn't be in this conundrum.
Yep.
But
He goes down
he
and
he gets in his car,
he gets in his car.
which is a Chrysler 300 now, because he swapped out the Mustang. Because you were like, oh, he got his back window fixed.
Oh,
Because in the opening scene, when he
She
pulls away,
hits-
she shoots at his back window and shoots his back window
Yeah.
out. And I'm like, it's got to be cold. And that's like a dead giveaway for a stolen car. It's got no back window, so he swapped it out. But
he rams
he
his
rams her car.
into her car,
Into her
and
truck.
her truck, and she's in it. So yeah, and then he shots at the car, the vehicle, at the truck. So then he just speeds and leaves the scene.
And
She's
so, well, the police show up, and she's just flipping out. She's like, I gave you all this information. You had everything you needed. I was here. Where the fuck were you guys? Like, seriously. And that's when she starts to unfold, because she was listening to some of the music. She was listening to a band who was inspired by Richard. I have to keep going. Yeah, Richard
Richard
Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
and they dedicated like their album to him. They have songs about him, and she's like, this guy's listening to this, he's inspired by Richard Reeves, you know.
And they talk about the church.
But she physically had the albums with her. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. But they talk about the church that is in Harrisburg, and now they had already mapped out where he had come from, all the way across from the United States, the entire country, all the way east. And now we are in Pennsylvania, and we're in Maryland.
Yeah.
But going back to Pennsylvania, but she figures out that he is going to end in Harrisburg.
Because one of the things he left, like one of the messages he left behind in blood and stuff, was like open the portal, something like that. And yeah,
open the gates or something. Yes.
Yeah, open the gates, open the portal, and they think he's gonna go back to this church
because the church turned now into like a satanic church after this whole incident.
Yeah, they closed it down after all the people were killed in it.
Yeah, but then they turned it into something else.
Yeah.
So that's where we think we're heading, and she has told this, and that's where she's heading as well.
Well, and then we find out that the man that the psycho killer wanted to find, he needed the information about, was a guy who...
Well, first, we don't know who the heck is he, but he takes him hostage.
He takes a guy and his wife hostage. This guy who we're like, okay, why does he want this just average kind of suburban guy? Right. Like, what's going on with this?
At the same time, we see Jane already scouting the church.
She's staked out on a rooftop. Yeah.
And she's looking all around. She's looking to see if the rest of the FBI is there. And she does see a van that looks like it could be, an FBI.
Now, she made out the FBI van.
Yeah.
It was just this nondescript white van. It said like flowers on the side or whatever. But it's like, that's kind of obvious.
It's like, oh, there they are. Yeah. But at the same time, like we say, she's on the top roof of a building across, and she's looking through her scope all around, just like buildings and whatever. And she happens to focus on what's beyond the buildings. It's
It's 3 Mile Island.
3 Mile Island. There you go.
It's a nuclear power plant.
And they put all the pieces. She puts all the pieces together.
Based on his tattoo on his hand. Tattoos. There was a symbol on the church, the radiation symbol.
So here we have, if you are not from Pennsylvania, you might not know.
Or if you're younger. I remember it because I'm old.
So the 3 Mile Island is
it's a nuclear power
plant. 1979. Ooh, March 28th. And that's the other thing. That he had he had a calendar. He had March 28th on the calendar. And she also remembers seeing that when she was at the hotel, that they had a partial nuclear meltdown, and it was the worst accident in the U.S. commercial, any U.S. commercial nuclear plant. So that was a big deal. I believe they had to evacuate so many square mile. It wasn't Chernobyl, but it was pretty bad. It was nowhere near. No. I mean, I remember it just when I was a kid. I was like 6 years old. Like, I remember hearing about it on the news. I wasn't alive yet. Yeah. But so suddenly she realizes, wait, this is not about the church. This is something worse. And we did gloss over one very important information that the female agent from the FBI had told her, and it was the fact that they knew he had stolen a lot of explosives. Yeah, and grenades. And grenades, because, why not? But so now she puts it all together, and she realizes, holy shit, he's going to blow up the nuclear plant. Yeah, to open up the gates of hell to
help appease his dark master Satan.
So, so she switches courses, and I believe she contacts FBI and all that.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, we see Psycho Killer.
Has abducted this guy
hostage, yeah.
who we find out is an employee, probably a pretty high level employee at 3 Mile Island.
Yep.
So he's
God.
using him to get in
Mm-hmm.
to the nuclear power plant.
Right.
And our dog is trying to molest our cat again. If you listen to any of our other podcasts, our dog only tries to molest our cat on Saturday nights while we're doing this podcast.
Yeah, seriously. Everything always happens. Oh my God, and now they're all in our wires. and
Walking through our
cables.
wires. So if we have a partial disruption, it's because the dog walked through our cables.
And the cat.
It's quite entertaining. Anyway.
If we had cameras to show you, we would definitely show you, but we don't.
So we won't.
So we won't. Anyway.
So, yeah.
So they go into
He gets into the control room.
Yes. In the meantime, like in the way, he fucking kills this guy and that guy, and he just.
But when he
leave
gets
him
in the
bodies.
control room, he tells everybody, get out. He doesn't kill anybody in the control
right.
room.
Yeah, that's right. That was.
So he's kind of only stopping the people he thinks are in his way, because he's killing mostly guards. And so it's like, does this guy kind of have like...
Yeah, but then why didn't he just kill his way through the security gate then? Could he just kill everybody and just go in?
Well, we'll get into that in our plot.
Anyway, yes. Oh, now he's doing some.
So
Uh-huh.
he's in the control room, and we find out now that he takes his shirt off.
No, wait, because we also have Jane. She makes her way inside. She
She tells the
security
guards, like, yo, that guy that just came in.
That's the highway slasher or whatever.
Yeah, the satanic slasher.
Satanic slasher. And also, they're making their way in. The FBI finally gets there. But at this time, he is locked in the control room, and they can't go in there. They just can't. I don't know why. They just can't.
Because it's locked from the inside.
Sure. So we got a whole bunch of people trying to.
You would think that at a nuclear power plant, when the control room door is locked, there'd be one other person or they would have some kind of override code or something like that where you could get in, but they got to cut through it with an acetylene torch.
Yeah.
It builds up the drama of the movie
does.
because it's in there, and this dude takes off his, like, opens up his coat, and he's got a whole shit ton of dynamite strapped to him, like duct tape to him, and again, he's fucking
But I called it. I said, this is a suicide mission. He's not planning to, like,
no,
kill everybody and do something and leave. No, this is it. This is for him, whatever.
He's going to blow up the nuclear power plant and open the gates of hell.
Mm-hmm. In the meantime, we also have the one security guard who tells Jane, oh, I know another way. And, no one else cares. So
Well, he takes her around, like, the back way, because she's like, what about the air vents? Can we get in there from the air vents? And he's like, no, because they're secure, because this is a fucking nuclear power plant. He's like, they're meant to, like, close in case, so gas doesn't escape.
All I'm thinking is Homer Simpson working at the power plant with the big red button.
Yeah. And he takes her around to this side room that just has this big, huge window that just happens to overlook the control room. And he's like, this glass is bulletproof.
And it's bulletproof.
It's bulletproof.
And then at some point, he's like, oh, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah. He bails.
Well, they already pressed the red button.
Yeah, like the warning lights are going off.
And there's like this water thing that is like
Well,
whatever.
the water that keeps the rods
cooling,
cool and stuff, it's draining out.
So obviously,
So we're in a
there's
race
gonna
against
be,
time.
Yes, so there's a lot of high tension.
Yeah, well, kind of.
And the sounds.
But
the
so this guard bails.
Mm-hmm.
That was the most realistic part of the movie when he's like, "Fuck this, I'm out of here."
I'm out of here. Because at this point they're talking about if this happens, if he detonates,
It's like the entire
it's going to be like
eastern seaboard.
Yeah. They're talking. Anyway. So I also call this when she's running around the entire place, still holding on to her sniper gun, and I'm like, wait, she's gonna end up using that, because why else would she be running around
Well,
with that?
she grabs the guard's rifle that he left when he
starts
bails and starts shooting at the
repeatedly in the
plexiglass.
same spot, which
No,
gotta be fucking
of the bulletproof glass. No ricochet, but she shoots a hole in it in like 4 or 5 shots, and she like when
makes
I
a
say
little
like
hole.
yeah, like 4 or 5 shots, it makes a hole just big enough to get the barrel of her sniper rifle through there, coincidentally. And she shoots him in the leg first. Now the first thing I do is shoot him in the fucking head, but she shoots him in the leg.
Well, at this time also he just, like, it's in slow motion. He has a grenade.
Oh yeah.
He's like
I
pulling
forgot
the
about that.
pin
Because he's going to use the
Right?
grenade
to
to
detonate,
blow
like,
himself up and
then
detonate
make
the
a full reaction of it.
TNT.
So she
Come back
shoots
here,
him,
Luciba.
shoots him in the leg. He drops. Did he drops the grenade at this point? And then she shots him. Where else?
She shots him. Yep. He did some shots. And, yeah, she keeps shooting at him. And he goes down, lets go of the grenade, and it rolls into the corner, and it blows up.
Yeah.
The grenade does detonate, but it doesn't blow him up. Doesn't blow the dynamite up. And he's laying on his back, and she shoots him in the back of the head. And they come in.
Oh yeah, of
They
course.
finally get through the door with the torch. Now the first thing I'm thinking is double tap.
Yes.
Shoot him in the head.
Double tap.
But
Rule
they
number
don't.
2. But they don't.
So the day is won.
The day is won, and then we have a montage of overlapping,
It's a motherfucking montage.
Over-
montage.
overlapping news people,
And
they're talking about.
and this is where they lost me, because the first thing it says is that, is the satanic slasher alive or dead? And I'm thinking, you shot him in the head. He was surrounded by
They
fucking
even
armed
said-
guards. He's dead.
Yeah, they even said the final shot to the head proved to be fatal. And last time I checked, fatal means fucking dead.
Yeah.
But we do see a scene towards the end where there's a whole bunch of vehicles.
Well, the most important part before we get to that is we find out that our buddy Mr. Reeves, the killer who murdered the 13 people in the church,
that supposedly
is
died.
who supposedly died is our psycho killer. He is the same person, which is the big twist. But they that could have been like a much better twist. They could have really delved into that and made something out of that. But they're just like, oh, by the way, he's Reeves.
Right.
You know,
then we see him inside of a vehicle, surrounded by
a very government looking vehicle,
going into a very government.
like an Area 51 kind of thing.
Yeah,
and
in the
they're
middle
like,
of the desert.
Yep, and they're like, okay, Reeves, we're here.
It kind of leads you into the thinking of, they are doing experiment on What is that called?
People?
Inmates.
Yeah, which goes back to
Sorry,
the woman.
guys. Sorry.
Which goes back to the woman's voice on the radio when she was like, "They're experimenting on inmates," and you kind of glossed over it a little bit, but yeah, apparently they are, because apparently he got pulled out of 3 Mile Island after he was surrounded by armed guards and put in a truck, not dead after getting shot in the head, to go have experiments run on him. So anyway, that's our movie. And I mean, it had some, I want to say it had some cool kills, but you only, well, you saw the one with the priest and you saw the ones in the mansion.
The orgy, yeah. Those were cool.
There were a lot of concepts in this movie that really could have been delved into a lot deeper.
Yes.
That they didn't.
Yes.
They just glossed over a lot. I feel like it was a very shallow movie. There wasn't a lot of character development, even with this cop, with Georgina Campbell's character, Jane. It was like, okay, her husband's killed, now she wants revenge.
Yeah.
And so I guess I'll get into some more of my issues with it, with like my scores with the plot.
So we have 3 categories that we always do our scoring. If you're new here, this is how we do things. We do 1 to 5 or 0 to 5. And our first category is the plot. So what's it you?
So I liked, well, there was nothing original. It was from the writer of Seven, and it was cops on the tail of a serial killer. I mean, it's not original, but I like those types of movies. Like, I like the serial killer movies where the cops are trying to find the serial killer. They're trying to track him down, and you have the occult involved and stuff like that. But I think it was just way surface level, way shallow. They didn't delve into anybody's backstory. They didn't give you a lot of details. It was just, okay, we have a serial killer, and the most you found out about him was in the opening credits. And just like, here he is. Now, like you said, maybe this is a prequel, to delve into his origin story. But it didn't do anything original, and it just didn't develop anything. And it started out really gritty, and I was like, okay, this is going somewhere. And it really didn't. Like, they kind of laid out the whole movie for you and held out your hand. And I'm going to give it, we score on a scale of 1 to 5. Let's see, what am I gonna give this? I'm going to give this 2 out of 5, and let's see, 2. See, that's the thing. There wasn't a lot in this movie that really stood out. Let's say I'll give it 2 dead priests.
Okay.
Because that was the coolest kill in the movie.
I agree. I really wanted to like this movie a lot more. I mean, I liked it. It's not that I didn't. But when it comes time to kind of really delve into it, analyze it, it is very, very, very surface. It doesn't dig deep. It doesn't.
The pacing was almost too good, because to me it rushed the movie through. It rushed it through.
It did. Maybe it would have been better to make this a 2-part movie. I don't know, but there were a lot of holes in this in the plot. There were a lot of wait, what? Like, huh?
Yeah, stuff that just didn't really make sense.
Right.
Like, she figured this out. The whole FBI couldn't figure this out, but she figured it out.
Yeah. And I mean, I know you can be really good at your job, but you would probably be higher than a state trooper. I don't know. I just think. I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to agree. I think I can't give it more than two. So two um pentagrams out of five.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So our next
Our
category
next
is acting
category,
and directing.
acting and directing. And to me, I really like her. I think she did really good with what she was given. Um, and that to me, it's basically the gist of it. She is a really good actress. She's a very believable actress.
Georgina Campbell.
Yeah, Georgina Campbell, and she did amazing. She did really good. You could feel her rage, her emotions, her everything. She's a full range character type of actress. Um, I can't say the same as for all the other actors and actresses, other than what's his name?
Malcolm McDowell, not
Yeah,
Roddy
and
McDowell. Malcolm McDowell.
he was given a very superficial character as well,
A minor role.
in a minor role. So it's not like I am going to base my scoring on just him. The directing, I thought some of the shots and some of the areas where they went with this was really well done. Um, some was even like very artistic in a cinematography kind of way, but it wasn't enough to hold this movie above waters. So I will give it a 3 pentagrams out of 5.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta agree with you. I think my directing score would have been a lot lower if it wasn't for the cinematography. The acting was I think the acting performances were actually pretty good. It just yeah I don't think they were given a lot to work with. Um, the acting performances within the framework. Now the Psycho Killer, he he'd have been better almost if he hadn't spoken, like he had to speak. The deep voice kind of threw it off for me a little bit, you know. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm going to agree. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 3 dead priests, and our last category is rewatchability.
I will definitely want to watch this again. I want to see. I feel like I missed a few things that were kind of glossed over at the beginning. Maybe with the news clips. Maybe with because I need subtitles and I can't see the subtitles.
Why?
in the
Because
movie
all
theater.
times he said, "What did he say?"
I think I only said that once this time, but I will probably want to watch it one time after this just to see what I missed and if there was anything that helped the story put it together. But as far as watching it again, just because it was that great of a movie, or that because there is more to the story, I don't I don't think so. So I'll go with a 3 again. Pentagrams out of 3.
Okay.
Out of 5. I'm sorry.
I'll watch this again because you're gonna watch it again, so I'll watch it with you. Um, and yeah, maybe like I'm almost hoping there's something I missed
Yeah.
that will add some depth to it.
Yeah.
Uh, but I don't think I don't think there is. There's nothing you're gonna see other than if you thought this movie was fun and stuff like that. To me, there's not a lot of rewatchability to this. I don't know if you're gonna watch it, I'll watch it at home. But if you don't, I won't. Like I don't really have a need. I'm not like, oh, I can't wait till that comes out on streaming so I can watch it again. Um, I'm probably gonna go pretty low and go a 1.
Yikes.
One Dead Priest, you gave it a 3.
Yes. So my final score is a full 8 out of 15. That is very low for me.
I'm gonna give this a 6 out of 15,
Wow,
and
that is way below.
that's my lowest score
Yes.
since All the Creatures Were Stirring.
Oh,
but
yeah.
but again, that was just a horrible, horrible, horrible movie.
Yeah.
But
I can't say this was a horrible movie. It's
No.
just it wasn't deep. It wasn't.
and I really tried not to score it based on any hype, but when you kind of throw out your trailer and you're like, from the people who brought you Long Legs and Seven and stuff, you're expecting a certain
Yeah.
quality, and it really kind of it started out that way. It really did. The scene where her husband was killed, I was like, that's brutal.
Yeah.
That's gritty. That's
bad.
brutal. And then it kind of went into, at some points I laughed. like at some points it
And
was
I don't think it
intentional.
was,
Well, there were some points where it was meant to be light.
I just don't
Like
think.
I keep saying Roddy. Malcolm McDowell, like his scenes were supposed
Yes,
to be
they
a
were
little
very hokey.
humorous. They were
Yes.
supposed to be lighter.
Yes.
It was supposed to not be taken super serial.
Again, I think it wanted to be different things. You know what I mean? Like, it wanted to go in different ways, and it just never finished going in one direction. I don't like that. Give me full direction one way, and give it to me hard, because I don't want to be halfway. Like,
I
that's what
mean,
she said, but-
like the whole thing to me, the whole thing to me about, okay, his end game was to go to 3 Mile Island, blow up a nuclear power plant, and open the gates to hell. Why the interstate killing spree where he could have gotten caught a million times in between that? Why didn't he just drive to go through the classifieds, get the information he needed, go to 3 Mile Island, and blow it up? Why put himself on the radar like that? Now, I guess he was trying to announce to people and announce to the press he had a mission. But it was all
There's a lot-
unnecessary.
yeah,
like,
there
there
was
was
a
so
lot
many
of-
holes.
Yeah. There was a lot of what the fuck.
I
kind
mean,
of
I could be
moments.
missing something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Maybe
whatever,
that's
but-
why I'll watch it again.
Yeah.
You know, if he was satanic, he was killing people. Maybe he needed to make his offerings and stuff. But for him to be Reeves, now they said he was dead. Where did he go? Was it a secret government facility, which was
Yeah.
kind of like
And
implied?
you know what?
Where did he go all those years where
You know
he
what?
was still alive?
Let's go with that theory that this was a government thing, right? Maybe it had nothing to do with the satanic thing. That was just like a story to cover it up. Now stay with me. Maybe it was a government project thing that wanted to make a disaster such as blowing up the 3 Mile
Yeah, but
Island.
again, they could have gone at it so much more directly.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like I said, there were so many
holes.
holes in,
Many
the-
holes.
in this movie.
Too
And
many
again,
holes.
they had so
This should be a
much
song.
opportunity for character development, and they
Mhm.
just didn't take it.
Yeah.
I would say my final verdict is don't spend the money to go see it in the theater. Watch it when it comes out in
Yeah.
streaming.
Yeah.
You know,
But just avoid spending the extra money unless you really, really, really like
yeah,
movie theater popcorn.
yeah.
So with that,
Well, do you have it queued up?
I do.
So what time is it?
What time?
Game time.
What time is it? Game time. Woo.
Game time. Who?
So we have some horror movie trivia having to do with satanic horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to test my knowledge because this is one of my favorite genres, unlike when we did Primate. and we talked about like movies involving monkeys, and I'm like, I don't watch many.
Apes.
Yeah, I don't watch many monkey movies. So, but I do like your satanic serial killer, occult,
Well,
like psychological. This was not a psychological horror movie, not at all.
Not
This
at all.
you didn't have to think
you
that
could
much.
you could have gone drunk and
Yeah.
no, um, it's a lot of these questions. I looked over it, and they're mostly from possession kind of movies because they're
Possession. Oh, satanic and
yeah, yeah,
occult.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Nope, that's fine.
I mean, just blame ChatGPT, man.
That's fine.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you some easy ones.
Okay.
But actually,
The Exorcist.
okay. In the Omen, 1976,
Which was our first review.
one of my top favorite horror movies. What is Damien's biological father? Do you want the multiple choices?
Well, his biological father was the devil.
Ding, ding, ding.
His mother was a jackal.
It's a jackal. Okay. So,
Okay.
in Hereditary.
Can you say that again? Hereditary?
Hereditary.
Okay.
2018.
Yes, great movie.
Great movie. The cult is attempting to summon which demon?
Payman.
Okay. In Rosemary's Baby, 1968.
Okay.
Great fucking movie. Pardon my language. Jeez. What is the name of the coven's leader? That's a hard one.
Okay, you're going to have to give me multiple choice on that.
Yeah. Roman Castevet,
Nope.
Adrian Marcato, Guy Woodhouse, Dr. Saperstein.
Dr. Saperstein.
Nope. Roman Castevet.
Oh, I thought that was her husband. Guy was her husband. Guy Incognito.
I don't know if you've seen this one. In the Devil Rides Out, 1968.
No.
No. Okay, then. You can guess. The
Okay.
cult is devoted to which entity? And this
Okay.
is multiple choice.
Okay.
Satan, Bahamut, or Baphomet,
Baphomet.
the goat of Mendes, angel of death.
Okay, I'm going to say this was late 60s. They were probably doing a lot of drugs. I would say the goat.
No, but no. Baphomet.
Ah, okay.
Good guess.
I figured that was too easy.
In the House of the Devil,
Okay.
2009,
Solid.
the ritual is performed during what celestial event?
Oh, God.
Was it a solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, blood moon, or planetary alignment? By the way, did you know that a whole bunch of planets are aligning on February 28th this year?
Blood moon.
Nope. Lunar eclipse. But good guess.
Shiza.
Good guess. The Witch.
Okay. I should know this
2015.
one. I've seen it multiple times.
What does Black Phillip ultimately reveal himself to be?
Okay, give me multiple choice.
A demon servant, a cursed animal, the devil, or a witch's familiar spirit?
The devil. Black Phillip.
In the Ninth Gate,
Okay, ooh.
1999.
Like that one.
How many authentic copies of the occult book exist?
Give me multiple choice, but I think I know what it is.
Okay. Is it 3, 6, 9, 13?
3.
In The Devil's Advocate, one of my favorite movies also,
Never seen it.
1997. We must watch The Devil's Advocate. Who is revealed to be Satan? I guess you won't know.
Al Pacino.
Eddie Barzoon, Milton, Larry, or Colin? Colin.
Eddie? I don't know. That's the most Italian sounding name.
Milton.
Oh, okay.
What does it have to be Italian?
Because he was Al Pacino.
Wow.
Hooah!
In The Exorcist 3,
Oh,
1990,
I got this one. Greatest movie ever made.
the killer claims to be possessed by which serial murderer?
The Gemini Killer.
The Gemini Killer.
We're gonna do that movie. That may be one of our in the queue reviews, where we don't go to the theaters to see it, because that's the whole reason I am doing this podcast, is so I can tell everybody about that movie. That may be our next one. It's gonna be like a 2-hour long episode.
Yeah, I think I'll be
Because
asleep.
there's so much to go
I
into.
think I'll just let him do it, and I'll just like take a nap. You know.
I'll do it on my own. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do a live, and I will just talk for hours about that movie.
In The Ritual,
Okay.
2017, which we
did review.
did review.
Go check it out.
Mm-hmm. The creature worshipped by the cult is a child of which Norse god?
Loki.
Loki or Heike. In The Black Goat's Daughter, look at that. We also
Another
reviewed
one
that.
we reviewed. A great
movie.
Great movie.
2015. What does Kat believe she is communicating with? An angel, a demon, Satan, a ghost?
Satan.
In The Lords of Salem,
Oh, okay.
2012,
Eh.
what are the witches attempting to bring forth? The Antichrist, Satan reborn, a demon army, or the beast of Revelation?
I think it's the Beast of Revelation.
Eh,
I've seen it, but isn't the see this is
It's
what
the
threw me off.
Antichrist.
Yeah, but isn't the devil reborn the same thing as the Antichrist? That's what threw me off, because I've seen that movie a couple times.
Oh, in Angel Heart, really good one too. 1987. Don't tell me you haven't seen that.
No, I haven't.
Honey, what is Louis Cypher's true identity? A demon, a cult leader, Lucifer, a fallen priest.
I'm assuming it's Lucifer.
Lucifer!
I could get 3/4 of these right just by saying the devil.
It's true that. Okay. In The Invitation 2015,
Okay.
the cult group is called the Family, the Circle, the Invitation, or the Path.
Oh man, that's such a good movie too.
It is. I wouldn't have known this.
Is it The Path?
It is the Path. Good job.
That we should do that one too. That's a really
Yeah, that was a really
that's
good-
a really
That
solid
was really
movie.
good. Ooh, in The Wicker Man 1973.
The real
The
one.
original. Sergeant Howie is sacrificed to ensure what?
Give me multiple choice, but
Okay.
I think I know what it is.
A protection from demons,
Nope.
a good harvest, eternal life,
Nope.
or resurrection of a god.
A Good
A
Harvest.
good harvest. Okay.
Okay, one more.
In The Omen 2006 remake.
Oh God, why? Okay.
Actually, this is way too easy. I shouldn't even give you.
Okay, give me another one then.
Okay.
That was a horrible movie anyway.
In The Exorcism of Emily Rose, 2005.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
How many demons claim to possess Emily? 3, 4, 6, or 7? They actually
7.
no 6. They all say their names at some point. I think it was in the barn.
I don't.
Really great movie.
I don't remember. I haven't seen that.
Okay, here's the last one. Here's the
Okay.
last one. In The Devil's Doorway, 2018. Did we see that?
Doesn't
The
ring a bell.
story is set in which country? England, Ireland, Italy, or Germany?
Well, England and Ireland aren't satanic enough. Let's go Italy.
Nope. Ireland.
I
And
guess
there you have
Ireland
it.
is satanic enough.
There you have it. He did okay, I guess.
Yeah.
We having the lights flash in the screen.
Ooh.
So as always,
There's a message in my Cheerios. It says, ooh.
Oh my God. If it's not Sunny, it's
Family Guy.
Family Guy. So, as always, check us out. Those are our socials. And you can listen to us in any of those.
We're backwards.
And don't forget, like and subscribe. And if you don't like us, just share it with someone who you think will.
And we're a good podcast just to put on when you're driving to work.
Yeah, it's not like we'll be in like one of these podcast
Things.
awards or anything like that yet. But hey,
We're
one can
trying. We're
dream.
just having fun. And I think before we decide we don't want to do this anymore, we're going to do The Exorcist 3. Because it's my whole reason for existing.
Okay. So, with that, I think we should be out.